you should know the definition of capsizing lever and angle of roll, also why ship rolls about angle of roll, and what are the corrective actions. Now quickly let's revise the concept. This is the center of gravity and the weight is acting vertically downward from the center of gravity, and this is the water line. Well, this one is the underwater area, and the geometrical center of underwater area is called center of buoyancy, and the force of buoyancy is acting vertically upward. Well, now the vessel is heeled. Heeled means transverse inclination due to some external force. So this is the example of unstable condition. So what happens as the vessel heels towards this side, the center of buoyancy shifts from B to B dash. If that happens, a force of buoyancy, instead of acting from B, it will start acting from B dash. So here we can see a capsizing lever is formed, which will have the tendency to capsize the vessel further. Now we will examine whether she will continue capsizing further or there will be something else. So for that we need to study the effect of Km. That is, M is the intersection of center of buoyancy and the center line, and M is the distance from keel K. That's why it is called Km. Let us study what happens to Km. We can say that Km is equal to Kb plus Bm or Kg plus Gm. Well, if the angle of heel is less than 15 degree, this Gz is given by this formula, that Gz is equal to Gm into sine theta. However, if the angle of heel is more than 15 degree, it is given by this formula, Gz is equal to sine theta Gm plus half Bm tan square theta, and this is called wall-sided formula. Here we can see clearly that Km depends on Gm, and the Gm is having some relationship with Gz, which is connected with this sine theta, and the curve of sine theta is it starts increasing, goes to the maximum value, and thereafter it starts reducing. So similarly we have this Km curve. This is Km in meter and this is angle of heel. It starts increasing, it goes to the maximum value, thereafter it starts reducing. However, up to 15 degree the increase is very small, and we can consider Km as constant for small angle of heel up to 15 degree. Km increases with angle of heel and goes to the maximum value, and thereafter it reduces. So now let's see the effect. If the vessel heels further, when vessel heels further, it may happen that the center of buoyancy may come directly below center of gravity, because this underwater volume has increased towards heel side. That means the Km will increase and it will come to this level. The center of buoyancy will be here and the force of buoyancy will act from new center of buoyancy. So this is called angle of roll situation, where there is no capsizing lever, and the angle at which this happens is called angle of roll. Now let's examine the interesting part. If the vessel heels further, what happens? Well, if the vessel heels further, the center of buoyancy will shift towards lower side, say somewhere here. So the force of buoyancy will act vertically upward from the new center of buoyancy. So this will create a righting lever, and this will have the tendency that the vessel will come back to this angle of roll position. Similarly, if the vessel heels lesser, what happens? That means vessel, the center of buoyancy will shift towards the lesser side. So the force of buoyancy will act from this direction. So this will have the tendency to capsize the ship. We can say that the vessel oscillates about angle of roll. Angle of roll happens when vessel is in unstable condition. Well, this is very important to know. Initial GM is negative. That means kg is more than km. However, km may increase and coincide with kg. Why? Because the km increases with angle of heel, goes to the maximum value, thereafter starts reducing. So at some point km is equal to kg. The COB comes directly below center of gravity. You can see in this diagram which we just did it. So the G and M coincide. The angle at which this happens is called angle of Lowell. Well, as I discussed earlier, the vessel oscillates about angle of Lowell, and this is a very dangerous situation. Vessel may flop over to another side by the action of wind or waves. Now you can see that vessel can be lowered on either side, and vessel may flop over to other side by the action of waves. Say for example, vessel is lowered like this and a wave comes like this, so vessel will lower like this to other side. It is really a dangerous situation. The basic reason of getting the angle of Lowell situation is negative GM or high kg, or the center of gravity is high. So when vessel is carrying timber deck cargo, there is a possibility of deck cargo absorbing moisture, or the fuel consumption from bottom tank will also give rise to the center of gravity. There is another reason about poor tank management that may increase the free surface movement, which will cause loss of metacentric height or errors in calculation. Somebody forgot to apply free surface correction in the load indicator. The next reason is ingress of water or flooding due to collision, or introducing water in a compartment for firefighting purpose. Now let us discuss the correction of angle of Lowell. First, we need to establish the cause of inclination, whether the ship is listed or lowered, because the remedial action for each case is different. If the vessel is lowered, it has been established, then the first action, alter course to place the ship's head into predominant wave. Well, it is very essential that vessel stays lowered to the same side, as wave action may cause the ship to roll over to another side. In order to establish that the reason of transverse inclination is not list, we need to ensure that the list moment on the port side is also equal to the list moment on the starboard side. This can be done by verifying the tank sounding and checking the cargo shift and check in the load indicator. Secondly, ensure that any tank is not slack. Now, our action is to lower the center of gravity or reduce the value of kg. So one of the method can be shifting the weight, but that is not a very practical method. So we have the option, play with the ballast. Which tank we should discharge first? Say here in this example, this is port side and this is the starboard side. This tank is higher and this tank lower. So our objective is to bring the G down. So in order to bring the G down, we know this formula. The shift of center of gravity is given by this formula, W into D divided by W, where D is the distance between the kg of the ship and kg of the weight. Well, this higher tank is having larger distance, greater vertical distance. So we should deballast the higher tank first so that the center of gravity comes down. And later on, the low side may be emptied when the high side tank is empty. We should minimize the free surfaces. So having sounding the tank, top up the low down ballast tank and transfer fuel as necessary. Well, ballast tanks, uh, if something needs to be done, then the ballast tank which are low down in the ship should be ballasted. So if there are only two tanks available, we should ballast the low tank first. And we should start with the tank with minimum surface area and ballast only one tank at a time. When three tanks of equal size are available, start with the center tank first. So this will reduce the kg or bring the center of gravity down faster. Later on, start ballasting this low tank first after the center tank, because the distance from center line is large, so that will have greater effect to bring the center of gravity down further. And once this low tank is filled, fill the higher tank so that the center of gravity come back to the center line again.